Hey guys, welcome to the show. I'm Sri Lankan Sammi, retired with mom and dad. Thanks for joining me up on the patio. We're up on the rooftop patio of the house. Thought I'd do a show from up here today, talking about some of the dangerous animals that you can find in Sri Lanka. And some of you have asked about, living here, what it's like living here, some of the good things, the bad things, and I thought I'd talk about some of the dangerous things that you can find in Sri Lanka, things that are out to kill you and things that you might be scared of. So join me, why don't you? Sri Lankan Sammi, retired with mom and dad. Be right back. Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to talk to you, like I said, about what I have experienced, okay? What is here, what I've experienced, and maybe some of the things you can be aware of if you were thinking about coming and living here in Sri Lanka, retiring here in Sri Lanka. I'm Sri Lankan Sammi, retired with my parents. I'm a Canadian citizen, Sri Lankan citizen, living here now 2 years. Thank you so much for joining, liking, subscribing. I really appreciate it. If you like what you see, please click the like button, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think of what I'm talking about. What animals have you run into in Sri Lanka? How did you deal with it? So let's just jump into it right there. I have a list of animals here, and we're going to go through them from the obvious to maybe the not obvious. Stay tuned for the last one. Number 1 on the list is going to surprise you. Okay, now the obvious ones we're going to talk about right off the bat, crocodiles. We have lots and lots of crocodiles, and they're hunters. So if you're in the water, in the lakes or the rivers, they will hunt you. So you got to be careful. You have to be extremely careful. And here's a surprising thing that I didn't know. In the ocean, you have to be careful because there are ocean crocodiles. Saltwater crocodiles. Just last week, a 2.5 meter, almost 3 meter crocodile was found off the shore of Arugam Bay, which is in the southeast side of the country. Not a very populous area, but still, if you're a surfer, it's looking for you. I've seen news stories of them found in Colombo, 2 or 3 along the Colombo side. From Mount Lavinia to Colombo to Negumbo. I mean, Negumbo has crocodiles, not big ones. I guess I'm going to say the ones that you find inland are smaller. They bite you, you're not going to die, but you're going to be probably crippled. You'll lose a leg or an arm. You won't be able to save your arm or your leg. They're not huge. The saltwater ones are the ones you got to watch out for. Those are big fellows. They will kill you. So yeah. What else? Now I haven't heard of anybody being attacked by a crocodile. I guess it's because people are careful. They stay away from crocodiles. Let's see here. The next one, the most obvious one, is elephants. Wild elephants. When you go and see wild elephants in the inland parks, you stay away from them. I mean, come on, it's common sense to stay away from any wild animal, let alone an elephant. But elephants are dangerous. The domesticated ones are also dangerous because they sometimes rampage, like it happens during the Parahara in the summertime. The elephants are brought in from all over the country, and they're tired and they're hungry or thirsty or whatever, and they rampage. And it happens every single year. Every single year, stay well away from elephants. The next one, which is pretty obvious, okay, this is very obvious. We have 2 wild animals which are really, ooh, that breeze is nice. maybe it's gonna rain this afternoon. I hope so. It is. It is hot. It's hot, hot, hot. The other two wild animals that are kind of obvious, we have leopards and bears. Now you're not going to ever see one, ever. Like, you have to be extremely lucky to see one, and the only place you're going to see them is at Yala or Vilpattu, the national parks on the southeast side and the northwest side. As far as I know, I mean, I could be wrong. Comment and let me know if they're found anyplace else. As far as I understand, they're only found in the national parks. They're so rare. Leopards are very, very rare in Sri Lanka. We don't have lions or tigers. We have leopards. I have seen a leopard twice and a sloth bear once. Now, a sloth bear is the smallest bear you can find. Is this, give me 1 second here. All right, I was just checking. The lens was fogging up before, so I just want to make sure it's okay. So yeah, in the national parks, you're going to be lucky to see a leopard, and you're going to be seeing it from like hundreds of meters away. They don't come close. Only rarely have I seen pictures of a leopard up close. A sloth bear, I was maybe 200 meters from the sloth bear, and I could only see it through the bushes. It was not easy to see. Wow, it's hot. So those are the two. I mean, you run into a leopard and you don't have protection, you're in danger. A bear, a sloth bear, not as much. They're kind of more scared of you than you are of them. Now, two animals who are dangerous that you should kind of always stay away from, but you know, they're not deadly. Monkeys and dogs. Wild dogs or street dogs and monkeys. If you go to temples and tourist destinations, stay away from the monkeys. Clutch your bag, keep your sunglasses and your phone away. Those monkeys will grab your stuff and run away, and you'll never get it back. There's just no way. They're not cute. They're dangerous. They're pests. Wild dogs. You have to be careful about the wild dogs or the street dogs. One bite from that, and that's it. Your vacation or your holiday or your life, not your life, but your day-to-day living is going to be ruined, because you're going to have to go get rabies shots. Now we get into some of the more deadly animals, and those are the snakes and spiders. We have venomous snakes, and if you accidentally walking through the bush, the garden, whatever, you're not going to see it on the streets. Those things are scared of humans. It's only in the quiet places where snakes and spiders are. Snake, I've never seen one in the house. Mom has seen a garden snake, and we did have, not sure if we had a cobra in the garden. We've never had one in the house. In the garden, we've had one or two snakes. Never a cobra. Desmond had a cobra near his house, and I've seen a baby cobra at the cemetery in Borala when I went to go visit my grandfather, his grave. Hey guys, sorry about that. I had to come inside. It was just too hot. The camera got overheated outside. It was just too hot out there. So I came inside to the upstairs living room. This is the second floor parents' living room. So we were talking about two animals who are very deadly, and you have to be careful of snakes and spiders. Like I said, I've never seen a snake here inside the house. Mom has seen two outside in the garden over the 20 years that she's lived here. We have king cobras. Like I said, I've seen one. Desmond has shown me a video of him capturing one near his house, near his brother's house in Negumbo. And we have pit vipers, and we have constrictors. So you need to be careful about that. You're walking around your garden or what have you, you could. It's very rare, but you could. You're walking in the jungle, definitely you're gonna, get into one of that. Spiders, we have tarantulas. Again, you're gonna bump into these if you're going in places that are wild, not in the city, not in your house. In the house, I have seen wolf spiders. I've had 3 in my bedroom over the last 2 years. And here comes Mom. Mom, what kind of snake did you see in the garden?
It's just like a
garden snake, not a cobra.
No.
No. So 2 snakes in the garden, right?
No, one.
Just one small snake.
One small, these garden snakes.
Ah, okay.
That you even everywhere.
Okay. And how many monitor lizards have been inside the garden?
1 or 2.
1 or 2. Okay. So we're going to talk about the next one is the monitor lizard. These guys you got to be careful because their tail.
No.
Their tail is very, very dangerous.
They're small.
Yeah, they're small. But Mom, what I'm saying is, listen. I'm talking about the dangerous.
Not them, sir. Not this monitor lizard. There is
The Asian water monitor lizard. Okay, 1 whiplash from the tail, you are done for.
Okay. That is what we call the Kabaragoya.
Yeah.
Which is the most
The biggest one.
But smaller than a crocodile.
Yes.
Bigger than this monitor lizard.
Yeah.
They are the ones who hit you with these ones.
No, okay. Well, we have 2 in our area.
Yeah.
So we have 1 small one, which is less than 1 meter long. I've seen the guy out front. And then we had one, you guys saw the video, the one on the back kitchen wall. That one was about 1 meter long. But like Mom said, they're scared and they run away. And we have the dog, so the dog. All right, guys, sorry I had to move again because Mom's doing something upstairs. I'm downstairs with Dad. Dad, say hi.
Hi.
So we're talking about dangerous animals. So spiders, I have found 3 spiders in my bedroom, okay? And they're wolf spiders. They're this big. They were huge. Scared the crap out of me. One was on my desk and one was female. The one on my desk was female, and when I tried to capture it, all the babies came off of it. And here comes the dog. Here comes another dangerous animal. Come here. Come here. Oh, this is my dangerous animal right here. Right, buddy? She's an old dog. Anyway, the wolf spiders, again, unless you like corner them or capture them, they're gonna bite, right? And the bite is not dangerous, it's just painful. Now we're gonna get into the really these animals so far I've talked to don't hunt you, except for the crocodile. They'll only be a danger to you if you corner them, okay? Now I'm gonna go into the one where it's kind of dangerous, okay? So snake, we talked about snake, scorpions. Scorpions are dangerous. You go into your shoes, always check your shoes before you put them on, okay? Always check your shoes before you put them on. Because a scorpion, I've never seen one. Have you ever seen one? Never.
Not here.
Not in this area. They're more in the drier areas, which is in the northeast, okay? So, scorpions, ants. Now, I have been bitten by an ant in my bedroom because behind the house, is very wet area, so that's where the ants like to gather around. And I got bitten on the finger by an ant in my bed. So I've seen a few ants in my bed. They like to crawl around. We have to spray at least once a month for ants. And millipedes. We have millipedes and centipedes now. They're not really dangerous, but you have to be careful about it because they'll get into the house. They'll get into the house. The other thing that comes into the house that I don't like, that's not dangerous though, is the big outdoor cockroaches. These things are like, 3 inches, 2 or 3 inches, huge fellows. They're just disgusting. Now, the number one coming up, we're going to talk about the number 1 most dangerous animal in Sri Lanka. All right, so we talked about monkeys, dogs, lizards, elephants, crocodiles, monkeys, spider snakes, ants. Okay, number 1. Dad, can you guess what the number 1 most dangerous animal in Sri Lanka is? Man. Number 1 is the mosquito. Yes, the mosquito kills globally more human beings than any other animal on the planet. Dengue fever, malaria, other diseases. And it's prevalent here in Sri Lanka. We had a dengue fever outbreak in the northeast recently, and that is because of the rain. The rain propagates the larvae. The larvae grow and So whenever you're outside at night, cover your legs and your arms and wear insect repellent. How many stories I've heard of people coming here and going on a safari adventure and they go out at night. Daytime, not as much, but once it starts getting dusk, I mean, I won't go outside here. Even here, I won't go outside. It's deadly. And I sleep in a mosquito tent because of the amount of mosquitoes. The amount of mosquitoes here is not bad. I've rarely been bitten here. Maybe once a month I'll get bit. But you need to take care, especially when you're touring, and don't go out at night without covering your legs and arms and covering yourself in mosquito repellent, because all it takes is one bite and you've got dengue fever. You've got malaria. Malaria's, you have to survive through it. You can't, there's no, you know, I don't know if there's treatment for it or anything, but it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing to get, right? Malaria and dengue fever. And then, you know, also you can get like COVID or whatever or other stuff by mosquitoes, okay? So you need to be careful. That is the number one thing. So guys, if you have any comments, click the link down below, comment, let me know what you think are the most dangerous animals in Sri Lanka, if you've ever experienced anything. I'd like to hear from my Sri Lankan brothers and sisters. Let me know what animals you've run into, because like I said, I live, you know, kind of in a city and away from the countryside or the jungle, and I've rarely run into anything wild. So let me know what you think. Remember guys, learn to live life, don't let life live you. We'll see you all on the other side.